KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas City. KC, we run the ring, we run the yard, we run it all. Kansas, what you screaming out? What you screaming out? What you talking about? What you screaming about? Fight KC, everybody say, fight KC, come on, fight KC, what you screaming out? Fight KC, what you talking about? Fight KC, come on, fight KC, what you talking about?
Welcome fans to another edition of the NWL Kansas City. I'm Ben Miller, and conspicuous by her absence is the lovely Marty Bell. She's on vacation. She'll be back next week. But my co-host for today is the one and the only Michael Strider.
Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Now, you know the Marty party is off this week, so they decided to actually bring somebody in who knows a thing or two about pro wrestling. So who better to call than the black belt of pro wrestling himself, Michael Strider.
That's right, Michael, we've got a great hour of professional wrestling action despite the fact that you're here. And we're gonna kick off the show with the Howletts taking on the End in a tag team match that's sure to please everybody. This is where you talk about Ken Dharma versus Hans Ruger.
Pass.
Well, we got High on Life Ken Dharma, who's going to take on the Austrian horse Hans Ruger in a submission match. And in our main event for the evening, we have Jeremy.
Allow me to field this one. In the main event, as he always is, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, one half of the foundation, goes against the Recluse, the mystery mammoth man, Jack Foster.
So that's right, folks. We got the gigantic main event. Some are saying it may be one of our final I-70 series matchups, and that's between your man Jeremy Wyatt and Jack Foster. But let's talk about the Howletts taking on the End. Now, the Howletts have been dominant of the tag team scene here in the NWL for quite some time, and they're going to take on the End, who we haven't seen in a long time.
Well, the End are doomsday preppers, and I hope they prepped a lot, because this match might just be doomsday for them.
That's right. Let's go down to ringside and check out the Howletts taking on the End. Welcome, wrestling fans, to the NWL Kansas City. I'm Ben Miller, sitting here with Ryan McGillicuddy, and we have tag team action to start off this week's show.
Oh, great. We haven't seen these guys in a while. The End, Luke Holiday, Kyle Mars. They're always scared of their own shadow, these two guys. I mean, they think the world's coming to an end. They think everybody is watching them. Complete conspiracy theorists, complete losers.
Introducing first, weighing in at a combined weight of 402 pounds. Hailing from a bunker at an undisclosed location, they are Luke Holiday and Kyle Mars. They are the End.
Look at it. I mean, you can tell these guys maybe have a little bit of a screw loose, checking under the ring, checking everywhere for God knows what. Oh, it looks like they have something to say.
Talking? You know, it's been some time since we found it safe to come up out of the bunker and back to the NWL. And we come up to the surface, and what do we find? Anarchy rising. Mindless brutes like the Howletts are running amok. And the worst part is, these problems aren't going to amount to anything compared to the impending nuclear apocalypse. But fortunately, for all of you Kansas-Itarians, the End is here to make sure that you all are prepared.
What is he talking about?
That's right. Things are looking bad in the NWL, but that is why we're here. We're here to prepare you for the End. And we are going to do that with the first in a long series of what we like to call our survival tips. Now, you've had plenty of time. I'm sure you've all built your bunkers.
What?
You've had time. The election was months ago. Now, building the bunker is one thing, but existing inside of it, in close quarters, with your friends, your family, your loved ones, that's another matter altogether. Fortunately,
He's right.
Luke and I have some experience living in close quarters, take a look.
It never hurts to be prepared, Ryan. Come on.
These guys are crazy.
Crazy prepared.
They live in silos now? Silo condos? I've heard of these losers. Survive, what?
I must have missed 1 through 61. I gotta find
Hey
these
there,
on the
bunker
internet.
buddies. Luke Holiday here with Kyle Mars. We're the end, and we're back with another survival tip. Today's tip is number 62, living in close quarters.
Now, after the end time comes, there's gonna be a period where it's just not safe at all to go out on the surface. During this period of time, you're gonna have to live in very close quarters with whoever your bunker mate or mates may be.
Fortunately for you, we've got a couple pieces of advice so that you can get along with whoever you're hunkered down with as well as we do.
Hormel chili?
Getting a little workout in there. That's a good idea.
They're living in their parents' basement. This is all this is about.
Ryan, you could benefit from that.
I'm very blunt and honest. What?
You farted.
Excuse me.
Huh. Well, there you have it. Some survival tips from
Well,
the...
you get the point. Luckily, not only do we have that survival tip for you, but we've come prepared with several more survival tips. Several more. So we're going to start. We're going to play those here in just a moment so you can all be prepared when the end finally does arrive.
Well, this is great. I mean, they're...
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, no.
Thank goodness the Howletts are out here to rescue this. I mean, these two idiots, they live in their parents' basement. They're scared of their shadow. These guys will teach them a lesson. These guys haven't lived with their parents since they were dumped in a ditch somewhere when they were 2. They've had to crawl up through the ranks of life.
Weight of 443 pounds. Hailing from the mean streets of Los Angeles, California, they are the Howletts.
You deserve a choice. We're here to give it to you.
This is X1051.
More music, less talk, all day. 105-minute nonstop X blocks at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. You and us together. A new alternative for Kansas City.
X1051.
Momentum carried him over, and then he just kicks Luke Holiday right in the back. Going for a cover for him across the bridge of the nose. 2.
Let's talk about these Howletts. The Howletts, since they came to the NWL, I don't think anyone's even matched anything with them. I mean, Royal Blood had the speed on their side, but as far as just ruthless aggression, the Howletts have been the team that just have taken it to new heights here.
100% and dragged him down by the back of his head. Slams him hard in the center of the ring, does Leo Howlett. Here comes Marco. Leo Howlett definitely the more outspoken, but I believe that it's probably Marco. Here's a nice double team offense by the Howletts, driving that leg in a series of knee drops and a big splash and a back senton. Going for a cover. Here is Marco. 2, no.
Well, Kyle Mars didn't run in that time and hit him in the back of the head. Maybe he learned his lesson. But anyway, Luke Holiday in the corner. Oh, look at that chin breaker on Marco. But gets the blind tag. Here comes Leo.
Like I was saying earlier, I do believe Marco is the one that you would call the shot caller here in the Howletts clan, but definitely both hold their own inside that squared circle as the end tries desperately to fight back against the dastardly Howletts.
And Luke Holiday continuing to try to get some offense, but look at that. Marco catches him, picks him up.
Marco with ease almost swings him into a backbreaker, and then a backbreaker neck breaker combination That's one of the Howlett's signature moves.
Cover.
Leo's the legal man. And once again, Kyle Mars into break up the pin attempt.
You know, for somebody that wants to be so paranoid about people watching them, they certainly like to get involved in these matches all the time. The Howletts, you saw at the Royal Blood, like I said, they maybe flirted with their mom a little bit and put them through some tables and ladders and burnt some of their shirts. Can you imagine what they'd have a heyday with all that Hormel chili?
You just listed off a laundry list of things that the Howletts have done to embarrass the Royal Blood almost, and here comes
one of those baby slaps.
Kyle Mars. Those are a series of almost like kung fu-like chops and slaps. And now that did not last very long with Leo Howlett. Nice kick to the face. Turns him around. German suplex. Drives him into the center of the ring. Kyle Mars with a nice code breaker there. Or lung blower, if you will. European uppercut sends Marco down to the canvas.
Now both Howletts on the outside.
Now keep your eyes on the end. The end do like to take it to the air from time to time, and we've seen him here in the NWL. Blind tag, Kyle Mars goes up and over, puts the brakes on. Luke Holiday thinking the better of it. Bottom rope held down. Tope called hello. Catches both of the Howletts and crashes them down to the outside of the ring.
They thought Kyle Mars was doing something, but Holiday did do something smart. Got that blind tag and took out both of them. And look, now Kyle thinks he's going to do something special.
Keep your eyes on Kyle Mars. Referee Nick Chin.
Oh, he's not the legal man. That's correct for Nick Chin to do that.
Nick Chin stepping in the way of Kyle. He's holding the hand of Nick Chin, walking the top rope.
Why is Nick helping
What is he doing? Kyle Mars, acai moonsault from the top rope, takes out all three members in this tag team contest.
Well, give Nick Chin the assist there. Why is he holding his hand, letting him walk that top rope?
Oh, you think Nick Chin knew what he was doing?
The end is somehow standing tall in the Howletts right now, but I don't see this lasting much longer.
If the end can just capitalize on that big acai moonsault, this could be the end for the Howletts. No pun intended. Kicks in the back of the head. Ace Crusher combination. Going for a cover.
No.
1,
yes,
2,
no.
No.
Yes, thank goodness. Very close to a 3 count there.
Did you see the boot to the back of the head of Luke Holiday, breaking up that pinfall attempt by Marco Howlett. Now Marco Howlett has Kyle Mars hooked up. Oh, hard elbow shot to the face. That was just a hard right hand.
Here we go.
Nothing fancy about that. And now Kyle Mars trying to clothesline Marco Howlett over the top rope.
He did not get that all the way through, but here comes Luke and Leo. And now Luke going to work on the other Howlett. This is horrible.
Kicks him right in the back of the head. Now, attempted a pump thrust kick, and Luke Holiday just catches him with a nice knee to the chin.
And what is they trying to get dumped to the outside? Luke going to the outside now.
Shoulder right to the midsection of Leo Howlett, up and over with the sunset flip attempt.
Leo,
and
come on.
He hooks him
Yes.
down. Oh, he's holding his hands on the outside, and that's a 3. That's a 3. The Howletts steal one from the end.
The Howletts know exactly what to do. The Howletts, Marco and Leo, they hold down the end, they get the 3 count, and that's what they get. The end comes in there. You saw how many times they ran into that ring when they should have won before. I don't consider anything the Howletts did wrong in any way.
Wow, Michael Strider. Action hot and heavy so far this week in the NWL. The Howletts got a victory over the end, and being that you are a black belt in professional wrestling, why do you think it is that the Howletts had to use such underhanded tactics against a team like the End?
Well, you see, 3rd Dan of Chapter 8 of the Black Belt Professional Wrestling Code clearly states that if you do not get caught cheating, then it is not illegal, and therefore that's a clean, flawless victory by the Howletts.
Flawless victory by the Howletts. You heard from Michael Strider. Now, Michael Strider, let's talk about the next match that the fans are going to see. High on Life Ken Dharma taking on Hans Ruger in a submission match. Now, the first matchup they had, as you saw last time, was a pose down where they showed, relax there, big boy, where they showed their physiques, if you will, against each other. And Ken Dharma says he won that match, and now they're going to settle it in a submission match. Have you any experience in submission matches in your past?
Well, I'll tell you, the thing you want to do in a submission match is get a submission on your opponent.
Wow. Expert analysis right there from Michael Strider. Let's throw it to the ring and see who takes this one home.
Welcome back to the NWL KC, and we have a submission match between High on Life Ken Dharma, who's coming out right now, and the Austrian horse, Hans Ruger.
That was so great the last time we saw these two that Ken Dharma won the pose down. I mean, he was fantastic. He bends like a pretzel. It's
Weighing in
great.
at a holistically healthy 169 pounds, hailing from a higher plane, he is High on Life, Ken Dharma.
I don't know what pose down you were watching, but definitely it was not the one between him and Hans Ruger, because Hans Ruger destroyed that pose down with that finishing Terminator pose, which he patented himself.
Just because he has these huge, crazy-looking eyes doesn't mean he wins pose downs, man.
There he is, Hans Ruger, the Austrian horse, the man that says he is going to make Ken Dharma submit tonight and submit to the will of the Austrian horse.
Weighing 235 pounds, hailing from Vienna, Austria, he is the Austrian horse, Hans Ruger.
He looks like a nut job there, man. Look, he just got this crazy look in his eyes. I mean, the pose down, I don't care what any of the stupid fans thought. Ken Dharma can bend himself in ways that not many men in the entire history of the world can do. The NWL is brought to you by Flying Monkey Beer, doing things that are fun with people who are cool since 1996. And by the Windy Wine Company. Fun wines, good times.
On his attack on Hans Ruger's left arm and shoulder, and if he keeps up this kind of offense on that limb, we could see a submission very, very soon.
I agree with Ken Dharma. He was talking about how, you know, this is a big move in Australia, the home country of Hans Ruger, and that he's really wrenched it back on that left arm.
Goodness gracious, we go over this week after week. He's from Austria.
Hey, I'm not a geologist. I don't really care where these countries are. All I know is he's not from here, and Ken Dharma is. That's another reason Hans Ruger a little suspect to me.
Okay, Ken Dharma may be from the United States of America, but he's definitely not on the same plane as we are. You ever had a conversation with the guy?
Yeah, he's
a little out there.
He's celestial, but look at this. Look at him bending
Royal
into
octopus.
this pretzel.
A royal octopus variation, if you will, really reaching back once again.
Did you learn this? Did you learn how to get out of this at the Arnold Classic, Hans? Huh? Look at him. He's bent over. He doesn't know what to do.
We could see a submission here. Ken Dharma really using his own. Oh, now what is he doing? It looks like Hans Ruger is using some of his strength to fight his way out.
How do you get out of that?
Now he has Ken Dharma in a fall-away slam. It goes for this fall-away slam, but unsuccessful. And he goes for that super kick, and Ken Dharma misses, showing some of that flexibility now. Oh, no, he could be going for that Alpine drop.
Come on, Ken, getting out of two big power moves.
Ken Dharma just so unique, so hard to lock into any hold, springing up to the top rope. And once again, the Austrian horse's strength is on display. And there's the fall-away slam. Darn near through Ken Dharma right outside of the ring into our screen.
I mean, he just chucked him halfway across the ring.
Impressive size and strength on display by Hans Ruger. And now Hans going for a double leg takedown. Might be going for that Austrian 4, as he was calling it last week.
Austrian 4?
That's what he says. He's locking it on. That is in tight. That is in deep. And we could see a tap out here from Ken Dharma.
You can't just take these moves and put Austrian in front of it and call it your own. This is horrible. Not only is he can't win a submission match, but he's also a copyright artist. Come on, let's go. Come on, Ken, get out of this. Turn it over.
I dare you to go down to the ring right now and tell Hans Ruger.
Well, I'm not going down there.
Exactly. Oh, there, now we have a rope break. Ken Dharma wisely making his way to the ropes. That figure 4 could snap his patella right in two, and he'd be on the sidelines for a long time. Look at the massive legs on the Austrian horse, Hans Ruger.
Oh, look at that nice split. See, he can just bust out stuff like that and just takes the leverage out, and there goes Hans, dumped to the outside.
Now that you're a practitioner of yoga, you think you could do the splits like
Oh,
that?
no. I've ripped many a pants trying, though, Ben. But, I'm working my way there because, I want to be the same level of happiness as Ken Dharma. Maybe not happy right now, though. Come on.
Look at that. Cravat is locked on.
He's outside.
And he just drove him
He's
face
outside
first.
the ring.
And there's that cravat
He's outside
lock.
the ring. That doesn't count. He's outside the ring.
No, that should count. This is a submission match. It doesn't say that.
It's not false. Their submissions count anywhere. There's still rules.
Oh, unbelievable. He was tapping out. He was tapping out to that cravat lock.
Excellent job by Nick Chin.
Oh, now you say Nick Chin does an excellent job. Oh, and he's just, Nick Chin, the back of his head just collided with the security railing.
Poor Nick Chin made his first good call of his career and then gets thrown into the guardrail. It's horrible.
How dare, oh no, we've seen this before. When Ken Dharma slithers under that ring, he usually comes up with something out of his bag of tricks, and there it is, the kendo stick.
A kendo stick? Where'd that come from?
We've seen, you know where it came from. It came from Ken Dharma's house because he likes to use it against his opponents lately. And look at that, a rake right across the eyes of Hans Ruger.
Get that
Smart
kendo
move.
stick. Nick Chin's not looking.
I am like, Ken Dharma just racks. There's that. He hit him right across the shoulder. Notice how that was a called shot by High on Life Ken Dharma as he slithers back into the ring, trying to get. Drives Hans Ruger into the mat.
Yes, he chucked that kendo stick right on that left arm of Hans Ruger. He's
it's Dharmageddon! It's Dharmageddon! He just locked in Dharmageddon after that hit, and that's it. Hans Ruger is forced to tap out, and this match is over.
High on Life wins again. He submits the big Austrian.
After that kendo stick shot to the arm, and he was working that arm over the entire match. Dharmageddon gets him to the pay window here tonight in the NWL. High on Life Ken Dharma scoring a much impressive victory over Hans Ruger.
I'm seeing a thread in all these matches, Ben. Somehow, some way, a kendo stick is just around ringside. I don't know how it gets there. Some kendo stick fairy leaves it around there, but Ken Dharma is able to use that when Nick Chin is out cold over there by the guardrail thanks to Hans Ruger putting all his weight into Nick and throwing him into the guardrail. And now Ken Dharma uses it and he gets the victory.
Well, there you have it. High on Life Ken Dharma did what I suggested he would have to do to win that bout, and he secured the submission. So now it's time to dumb it down a little bit, take it away from the black belt of professional wrestling, and throw it over to a little bitty white belt. Over at Mission Control, Mr. Ben Miller.
Welcome to the NWL Control Center. I'm Ben Miller, and we're going to talk about Niles Plonk taking on the Blue Tornado from this past week's show. Now, as you saw, Niles Plonk used the bow and arrow that Lakota Warrior usually uses to help secure the victory, and then he hit that uncorker, and it was lights out for Blue Tornado, made quick work of the Blue Tornado, but unfortunately, he had his servant, for the month that is, Lakota Red Cloud, beat up on the Blue Tornado after the matchup, which I believe is uncalled for. But he thought it would be a nice little icing on the cake if he were to humiliate the young Blue Tornado a little bit more. Let's go to Niles Plonk and see what he had to say after his matchup.
Marty, tonight was a spotless victory for Niles Plonk. It was a flawless victory. And don't blame me for my opponent. Kind of like this glass, I have someone picking my opponents for me. And unfortunately, they're not flawless. By the way, can you please take the spots out of this glass? And maybe perhaps use a little bit of class and dignity and find me an opponent that is worthy. Cheers, Red Cloud. Cheers.
Wow, it looks like Niles Plonk is very satisfied, very happy with his new butler, his new manservant, if you will, for the next month, the Lakota Warrior Red Cloud. Good luck, Lakota, you're gonna need it. One person who's always satisfied with their arrangement here in the NWL is our NWL KC champion, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. Now, Marty Bell and her Marty Party segment, that's a mouthful, came out. He was the invited guest of Marty Bell, and much to her chagrin, I'm sure. And he came out, and Marty, never shying away from asking the tough questions, asked him the tough question, well, what about Blaine Meeks and his rematch? Before he could really say anything, here comes Thor Terrio. Thor Terrio comes out and says, you whacked me in the head with the belt last time, I want my rematch as well. Well, then Blaine Meeks comes out. Blaine Meeks still wanting his rematch, obviously. It was pandemonium. Let's take a look at the conclusion of the Marty Party segment featuring Dak Draper, Thor Terrio, and Blaine Meeks.
Hold on, I haven't made my big announcement yet. Because in 2 weeks, right here at the Scottish Rites Temple, July 22nd, we have the final chapter of the Dak Draper Dreams Come True Challenge, where Blaine Meeks will face Thor Terrio.
What?
And the winner will face Dak Draper right here on August 5th for the NWL Kansas City Championship.
That sounds fair to me. These two both lost to him. They should have to fight each other, possibly to the death.
Yeah, that works. There we go. Dak Draper, man of peace, saving the day yet again.
Thank you, Dak.
Draper, hit my...
Actually, this is my show. Rupert, hit my music.
There you go, Marty.
He's the champ. You don't override the champ in any capacity, whatever segments you have. But we'll see here, Ben. You have Thor and Blaine have to fight each other to see who gets a shot at the championship.
I cannot wait for that. Next time we're here in the Scottish Rite Temple, Thor Terrio, Blaine Meeks go one-on-one, and the winner is the #1 contender and gets a shot at Dakota Draper. That is going to be a match for the ages.
I can't wait for Blaine and Thor to tear each other apart, because I don't care which one wins, and I don't care which one loses.
Wow. Unbelievable. Thor Terrio is going to take on Blaine Meeks one-on-one the next time we're at the Scottish Rite Temple, and the winner of that match will be the #1 contender for Dakota Draper's KC Championship. So much stuff happening in the NWL KC, NWSTL, all over the place, and I've tried to keep you updated the best I can. We'll see you next time from the NWL Control Center. I'm Ben Miller.
The NWL is brought to you by X1051 is Kansas City's alternative. More music, less talk, all day. Listen for 105-minute non-stop X blocks at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. And by Champion Tattoo and Body Piercing, Johnson County's premier custom tattooing and piercing studio. Stop by the shop located at 1016 East Santa Fe in Olathe, Kansas.
All right, Michael Strider, it's been one heck of an hour. I've enjoyed myself, but now it's time for the main event. Your boy, Jeremy Wyatt, is going to go one-on-one with the reclusive Jack Foster.
Before we shoot to that, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors from the foundation, Hypnotic Fightwear. Hypnotic Fightwear, the official sponsors of the foundation. Now, Jack Foster, the only mystery that this guy is going to have is how to pick his teeth up after Monarch knocks him out.
You really have that much faith? Well, of course you do. I mean, he's one half of the foundation, Jeremy Wyatt. Well, let's go down to the ring and see how this match winds up, and hopefully, for you, it's in the favor of Jeremy Wyatt. Let's get down to ringside.
All right, Ryan, here we go. It is main event time. It is the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt, one half of the foundation, going one-on-one with Jack Foster.
Man, and Jack Foster is in a whole heap of trouble. I know everyone thinks, oh, Jack Foster's this huge giant of a man, but if you've ever seen a giant killer in pro wrestling, his name is Jeremy Wyatt, especially when he has the man Michael Strider in his corner.
Michael Strider claims he has a black belt in
He does, he's
pro
carrying it
wrestling.
around.
Oh yeah, that means a lot when he's carrying it around.
Well, that guy's snapping the camera. It makes him a photographer, doesn't it? Look at these, like ripping up these signs that these morons make. I mean, it's a good thing too, because if there were spell check, they'd all be ripped up.
Monarch showing his disdain and disgust for the people around the ringside area here in the Scottish Rite Temple. And I mean, they got a chance to go over to our great sponsor, Metro PCS, and make those wonderful signs with their own bare hands, and then the Monarch just rips them up.
But why not? They're shoving it in his face, they're ripping on him. And Michael Strider does have a black belt. It's around his neck, and he says he's a black belt in pro wrestling, and he definitely is.
Wow, the arena has gone dark, ominously summoning, perhaps, what is the biggest wrestler in the NWL right now, and that is the reclusive Jack Foster.
We'll see how Jack Foster stacks up with Jeremy Wyatt. He may be bigger, he may be stronger, he may even be more experienced than Jeremy Wyatt. I mean, this guy's out on the sidelines for years. But we'll see. Jeremy Wyatt, at this point in his career, is in the best shape I've ever seen him, and he's definitely, and his work is second to none at this point.
I think for sure somebody at this commentary desk is going to be rooting for Jeremy Wyatt. I have a feeling that it's not me, it's my partner, Brian McGillicuddy. But there he is, Jack Foster, with that look on his face. I'm telling you.
Scary looking, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Every time we see Jack Foster, I'm more and more impressed. This guy is not only one of the biggest guys here in the NWL, but he might be the meanest.
Well, he's definitely angry. We've seen him talk about this is not pro wrestling. He is pro wrestling, and we'll see what he can do with Mr. Wyatt.
And here are the introductions by Tim Ray.
Once again, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Michael Strider.
Yeah.
Weighing in at 191 pounds, from Kansas City, Missouri, he is the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
Yes. Ben, stand up. Come on.
One half of the foundation, no doubt, undoubtedly one
And
of
his
the
opponent,
best wrestlers in Kansas
weighing
City.
in at 284 pounds, hailing from Blackwater, Missouri, he is Jack Foster.
Jeez. Can this crowd be any more biased?
But it's definitely going to be hard for someone like Jack Foster to land that size 16 boot across the face of Jeremy Wyatt or to chokeslam him if that left knee cannot function. If he cannot stand, he can't do any of his offense.
You're absolutely right, and he's already quivering on that left leg. I mean, Foster, look, and he's tough. He's screaming for some more hits.
He's telling Wyatt to come on, and Wyatt's obliging him, firing lefts and rights into the face of Jack Foster. Jeremy Wyatt, nice swinging neck breaker.
Nice.
What velocity on that neck breaker, going for a cover.
I love when Jeremy Wyatt covers a man with that forearm on the face, just scraping it across the nose.
Now he's continuing to go to work on that left quadricep, that left kneecap of Jack Foster. That could really knot up the quads. If you keep kicking away at the quads like that, he can knot up those quads real good, and it's going to be hard for Jack Foster to get back up to a vertical base.
You're absolutely right. Like I said, the only shot he really has is to make sure every move he makes makes logical sense. And look at that, Foster still has enough strength to just mule kick him to the outside.
Kicking Jeremy Wyatt off of his legs. He definitely does not want this onslaught to continue on his legs. And now he lands a hard knife-edge chop across the chest of the Monarch.
Right across the chest, across that nipple that's half there, thanks to that war he had with Strider 10 years ago.
So you just proved my point.
But they're friends. They're friends now. They know they had to come together when NWL started and put themselves back on the map because they built this town when it comes to wrestling.
Oh, Jack Foster just missed that knife-edge chop, and I think he might have broke his hand on that post right there. As soon as Jeremy Wyatt dug, what is Wyatt doing? Of course, one part of the foundation, and he just collided that chair with that elbow. What is Nick Chin doing?
Nick Chin was not paying attention, and the chair got thrown in, and now Foster's in deep trouble. Where are you, Strider? Come on,
That's
Strider.
what happened. The chair slid in the ring. Nick Chin was getting rid of that chair. Man,
Look at that nice decoy.
Jeremy Wyatt has every move perfectly scouted before he goes into a wrestling match, and that elbow might be broken. That hand elbow may be broken on Jack Foster.
Look at this. Now he's working the right arm, the left leg.
Oh, you see the torque. You see the torque against that bottom rope, and those are steel cables wrapped in athletic
Look at this.
tape.
Look at this.
Oh, and of course, Michael Strider getting involved in the action.
Black belt.
Shut up.
The foundation is proving their worth here tonight.
You should join the foundation and never be a commentator ever again.
I'm the broadcasting liaison of the foundation.
Oh, is that an official title now?
Well, with us it is. I would never tell anybody else here.
I would never tell anybody that you were even involved with the foundation. Kick to the arm. Now Jeremy Wyatt, like a shark that smells blood, is going to try to put even more of a hurt, even more of a beating on that right arm and shoulder of Jack Foster. Hard knife edge chop.
The look.
Look at Foster absorbing that blow.
I don't know if it hurts Foster. Jeremy, go back to work on the leg. Look at those eyes.
Oh, pump thrust kick, you heard that.
Back to that right arm.
You heard the sound of that kick landing against the elbow, and Jack Foster able to get the left shoulder up. Now once again going over to a top wrist lock here.
Come on. And he's really working that right arm now. The left leg and right arm have been the points of interest for Jeremy Wyatt.
I thought I saw him just bite drove the knee right into the prone arm of Jack Foster. And if you recall correctly, Ryan, that is the arm he usually executes that choke slam with. And it looks like he will be doing any choke slamming tonight.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you saw early in the match, Jack Foster went for that choke slam, and Jeremy Wyatt was able to get out of it, but now he's making sure he'll definitely get out of it tonight.
Foster trying to fight with any limb he has left, fires a left forearm into the face of Jeremy Wyatt. Now he uses that right arm. That may have not have been a smart tactic there, because Jeremy Wyatt just laid into that arm triangle DDT and is now trying to dislocate that shoulder and that elbow. Really vicious onslaught. This reminds me of the Andersons when Ole and Arn used to go to work on the arms or legs of their opponent and just really put a beating on it. I mean, they broke many arms across the Midwest, across this country, doing that kind of tactic.
Well, you know, they've learned from the best. I mean, Strider and Wyatt have been around for years. They know exactly what works, trying to break the fingers off that hand. And you're absolutely right. If you don't want to get chokeslammed, what do? Take out the arm that can chokeslam.
You can hear those fingers snapping as Jeremy Wyatt wrenches back once again and stays on that arm. He wants to make sure that win, lose, or draw, and he's planning on winning, that if he gets out of this matchup, Jack Foster is going to leave a different man, and maybe with that arm in a cast.
But Jack Foster is able to get back to his feet now, and that's trouble for Wyatt.
Crowd solidly behind Jack Foster. They are rallying behind Jack Foster as he tries to get out of this predicament that he finds himself in with Jeremy Wyatt really working over that right shoulder. Oh, just took his head off with a vicious clothesline.
But hurt his arm in the process, because that's the one that's been worked over this entire match. I don't know if that was smart for Jack Foster to do that.
Putting his own body on the line to inflict pain. Now he's going to try to go for that choke slam, and Jeremy Wyatt hits that arm, and he hits it with the other arm. A left clothesline coming out of left field almost takes Jeremy Wyatt's head off, and now Foster trying to put some momentum on his side.
Big boot there with the right boot, the left arm.
Headbutt square into the jaw. That's the second headbutt we've seen from Jack Foster. Jack Foster looking for any opening, anything he can do to try to gain an advantage over Jeremy Wyatt here. That right arm, is really hurting him right now.
Yeah, having problems doing any kind of look at that backdrop was just with the left side of his body.
He elevated Jeremy Wyatt into the lights, it seems. Is he trying to hook him up for a German suplex?
Whoa.
This looks like a Northern Light suplex, and he launches Jeremy Wyatt halfway across the ring yet again. What strength shown by the one-armed Jack Foster.
Come on. Wyatt, come on.
Oh, almost a 3 count.
Well, it says a
Jeremy
lot
Wyatt.
about Foster. I mean, this guy's getting worked over left and right, and it doesn't matter what happens. What is Wyatt going to have to do to this man to keep him down, to not do these kind of power moves on him? Maybe this guy is getting involved more. Come on, Strider.
Strider looks like he's broken out into a cold sweat almost at the prospect of his man, Jeremy Wyatt, giving up defeat to Jack Foster. Jack Foster, if anybody can defeat anybody on one leg and one arm, it's definitely Jack Foster. Oh, he might be going for a choke slam, and Jeremy Wyatt drops that arm across the top rope. I think he almost dislocated his shoulder there.
Gets so close to that choke slam.
Oh, tornado DDT drives Jack Foster head first into the center of the ring.
It's
this
over.
could be it. Referee Nick Chin in position 2. No!
Come on.
Jack Foster getting the left shoulder up just in the nick of time, and Foster remains in the fight.
And Wyatt has to be thinking what's going on. But no, he's going to the top, and you know what that means.
Jeremy Wyatt skinning the cat up to that top rope. And this is his tribute to the Macho King as he drives that elbow right into the heart of Jack Foster 2. No! Almost a 3 count, and Foster gets the left shoulder up.
Jeremy Wyatt is very upset with Nick Chin. That was the Macho Man elbow. That takes out every man.
From king to a monarch, that he says that elbow was passed to him by the Macho Man himself. And now Jack Foster surprisingly making his way back up to his feet now. Jeremy Wyatt looking, could he land that coronation pile driver? Oh, Jack Foster raises up from in between.
Get him over, get him over.
Trying to punch Jeremy Wyatt, and his fist collides right with the center of the ring. Oh, that spear! That deadly spear!
Where did that come from?
Almost sawed Jeremy Wyatt in half, and now Jack Foster needs to make the cover and try to pick up the victory here. 1, 2. Oh, so close. Jeremy Wyatt getting that right foot on that bottom rope.
I thought it was over, but he gets his foot on that rope. Thank goodness he was close to that, because it would have been over.
What a main event match we've seen here tonight. Jack Foster and Jeremy Wyatt letting it all hang out. And I have to say, so far, Jeremy Wyatt has provided the biggest test to date to Jack Foster.
Definitely, because he's been watching these Jack Foster matches, and he's been seeing what people aren't doing. They're not isolating parts of this guy's body. They're not taking out that arm. They're not taking out that leg. And he's trying to do that, but even still, he's still battling for his life now.
Hard slap right across the chest, and Jeremy Wyatt is still fighting. He's still coming. Referee Nick Chin, what count is he at? That's a 7.
Come on, get back in the ring, guys.
These guys got to get back in the ring.
Get in there, Wyatt. Come on.
That's it. Referee Nick Chin, that's a 10. And both men, I believe, have been counted out in this matchup.
Come on. Wyatt's in first.
Both competitors have failed to meet the 10 count by the referee. The result of the match is a double countout.
That's a double countout.
Well, Wyatt didn't lose, but he didn't win either. But I don't know, maybe he's going to win the war here.
Elbow back elbow to the face of Michael Strider, trying to stick his nose in Jeremy Wyatt's business, of course.
Yes.
And here comes nice Jack Foster just hit Michael Strider with that right hand.
What is it? The match is over. Why is he attacking Wyatt?
Oh, Wyatt has that ring bell. He just clocked Jack Foster right in the face.
That's what he
This
gets.
match is over. Somebody needs to get out there as Michael Strider rains down right hand.
That's what he gets. He's trying to mess with Wyatt. The match is over. Wyatt rolled into the ring. He wasn't touching Foster, but you know what? He gets a nice ring bell across his head for good times.
If anything's going to put the big man Jack Foster down, it's a steel ring bell right across the head. And now Michael Strider continues to choke Jack Foster.
Foundation is here.
What is Wyatt doing? Wyatt has that steel chair and just driving the point of that chair into the ribs of Jack Foster. Oh, he could be breaking his ribs here. Jack Foster has already been incapacitated. Oh, he can't be serious. He can't
Yes,
be serious.
break that right arm.
That injured right arm.
Break it.
Right arm and elbows in that steel chair. Jeremy Wyatt jumping off the top rope, and he just sandwiched his arm in that chair, and I heard a snap. His arm could be broken.
A lesson was learned tonight. The lesson is don't mess with the foundation.
Jeremy Wyatt and Michael Strider, the foundation, have made their point here. Win, lose, or draw, they're out to injure people here in the NWL, and they might have just broken the arm of Jack Foster.
I don't think Jack Foster's going to do much with that right arm anytime soon. No choke slamming, no big punches, nothing. He's not going to be able to go home in his little forest house and type up his next manuscript because the foundation just took him out of action.
They'll have no fury like the scorned Jack Foster, and I do not want to be the foundation. If you have an angry big man heading your way, they better head for the hills, Ryan. For Ryan McGillicuddy, I'm Ben Miller. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time here on the NWL KC.